Hello everyone and welcome to the channel where you can learn Russian with a native speaker. My name is Daria and I am Russian, obviously. In this video, we're gonna read the text together in the Russian language with my translation and explanation. And for this lesson, you don't need to grab your dictionary because I will be translating each sentence for you, and I will also give some additional examples that you can use in your daily life conversation in the Russian language. First, we are going to read the text together slowly with my translation and additional explanations of the units, and then I'm gonna read the text for you slowly and pause after each sentence. And for the last part, I'm gonna read the story for you at the normal speed. So you can listen to that and get used to the real Russian language. And if you want to get more listening practice, you can subscribe to my channel. I have another channel, a vlog one, and I've been vlogging on YouTube for 2 years. I obviously vlog in Russian, and you can watch those vlogs as well to get additional listening practice in your Russian language and experience what it is like to live in Russia. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. And our text for today is called Петя любит путешествовать. Peter likes traveling. Петя любит путешествовать со своими родителями. Петя любит путешествовать со своими родителями. Петя likes traveling with his parents. Путешествовать с кем-то, путешествовать с чем-то, to travel with somebody or something. Let's look at some additional examples. Я люблю путешествовать со своими друзьями. Я люблю путешествовать со своими друзьями. Look at the form of the verb. Петя любит, but when we change the pronoun into the pronoun I, я, we also change the form of the verb. Я люблю путешествовать со своими друзьями. Let's look at the second one. Она любит путешествовать со своей собакой. Она любит путешествовать со своей собакой. She likes traveling with her dog. Он любит путешествовать один. Он любит путешествовать один. He likes traveling alone. Они ездят в Италию летом. Они ездят в Италию летом. They go to Italy in summer. Ездить в какую-то страну, to go to some country. Let's see some other examples, or just one example. Мы ездим в Китай. Мы ездим в Филиппины. When we are talking about the country we are visiting, we usually use the preposition в after the verb ездить. Они ездят в Италию. Они никогда не путешествуют без своей собаки. Они никогда не путешествуют без своей собаки. When I pronounce the preposition без, and when the next word starts with с, I merge them together. I pronounce без and своей together. Без своей. Без своей. So I literally pronounce just the s sound. Без своей. Без своей собаки. They never travel without their dog. They never travel. In the Russian variant, in the Russian language, we have two negatives, two negative parts, никогда and не. But according to the English language, we can't use two negative forms in one sentence. They never travel without their dog. Их собаку зовут Шарик. Их собаку зовут Шарик. Their dog's name is Шарик. Петя и Шарик любят летать на самолете. Oh, sorry. А родители Пети нет. Петя и Шарик любят летать на самолете. А родители Пети нет. Peter and Sharik like to fly on the plane. And Peter's parents don't. Peter and Sharik like to fly on a plane, but Peter's parents don't. Летать на самолете, to fly on a plane. Let's look at some additional examples. Она не любит летать на самолете одна. She doesn't like to fly on a plane alone. If we want to change the personal pronoun of the sentence and say, for example, he doesn't like to fly on a plane alone, we also change the form of the last word. Он не любит летать на самолете один. Let me write this down for you. Он один. I write down один, but I pronounce один. Одна. Один. I don't pronounce o. I pronounce a. Then, the next example. Они никогда не летали на самолете в своей жизни. Они никогда не летали на самолете в своей жизни. They have never flown on a plane in their life. Он мечтает полететь на вертолете. Он мечтает полететь на вертолете. He dreams to fly on a helicopter. Петина семья обычно возвращается в Россию через 2 недели. Петина семья обычно возвращается в Россию через 2 недели. Peter's family usually comes back to Russia in 2 weeks. Peter's family, Петина семья, usually, обычно, comes back, возвращается, to Russia, в Россию, in 2 weeks, через 2 недели. Возвращаться в страну, to come back to the country. And we also have the second variant that we can use in the Russian language, вернуться в страну, to come back to the country. The verb вернуться has the second part of it, возвращаться. Возвращаться is the imperfective verb in the Russian language, and it means that we are talking about the action that happens regularly, the action in general. Yes, when we are talking about Peter's family, we know that this is like a rule. This is what they always do. They come back to Russia in 2 weeks. That's why we use the verb возвращаться. It refers to the action in general. So, why do we need the verb вернуться? Вернуться is a perfective verb. So, when we use a perfective verb in the sentence, it means that the action is completed. The action is finished. Он вернулся в страну. We don't refer to the action that he usually does, that he does on a daily basis. We mean the completed action. So, он вернулся в Россию этой осенью. He came back to Russia this fall. He came back to Russia this fall. Она возвращается с работы поздно. Again, this is the imperfective verb, and the action we're talking about takes place on a daily basis. So, she comes back home from work late. Когда Петя дома, он счастлив. Когда Петя дома, он счастлив. Mind how I pronounce the word счастлив. Not счастлив, but счастлив. Счастлив. When Peter is at home, he is happy. Быть счастливым, to be happy. But in our sentence, we don't say когда Петя дома, он является счастливым or он есть счастливым. We don't use the verb to be. We don't use the verb быть. We can't say он быть счастлив because we don't use the infinitive after pronoun. We have to change it. And here we are changing the form of the verb. It doesn't change the meaning though. Он является счастливым. This is the phrase, this is the sentence that Russian speakers could probably use, but this is not common to use the verb to be in a sentence. We usually do not pronounce that. Он счастлив. And счастлив is an adjective. Я счастлив. Она счастлива. And the question is, when do we use the phrase быть счастливым? For example, we can use it in the sentence хорошо быть счастливым. It's great to be happy. Хорошо быть счастливым. Or I can imagine using that in this context. Я хочу быть счастливым. I want to be happy. Я хочу быть счастливым. Or я хочу быть счастливой. Let's see what other expressions you can use in your daily life conversation to talk about happiness. For example, this one. Испытывать счастье. Испытывать счастье. To feel happiness. To really feel or experience happiness. Я испытываю счастье, когда читаю. I feel happiness, I experience happiness when I'm reading. Он, она испытывает счастье, когда готовит. So we can change on or она, and we do not change the form of the verb after them. And the last but not least, this is a great expression, you guys, because you can use it with so many pronouns, and you don't have to worry about the form of the next verb, of the verb after the pronoun. You can use it as it is. For example, меня переполняет счастье. You can use this expression when you are talking about your happiness, when you are overwhelmed with happiness, when you are really, really happy. Меня переполняет счастье. If you want to talk about somebody else's happiness and his feelings, you can say ее переполняет счастье. Have we changed the form of the verb? No, we don't need to do that here, and that's why I like this expression a lot. Его переполняет счастье. Here we are talking about a guy. He is overwhelmed with happiness. She is overwhelmed with happiness. I am overwhelmed with happiness. That expression reminds me the English language, because we don't change the form of the verb. Меня переполняет счастье. I'm overwhelmed with happiness. Ее переполняет счастье. She's overwhelmed with happiness. Его переполняет счастье. He's overwhelmed with happiness. And one more expression. They are kind of the same. They are similar. Меня переполняют эмоции. Here we are talking about our emotions. Меня переполняют эмоции. And mind that the word эмоции is in the plural form. That's why we slightly changed the ending of the previous verb, and we put the verb in the plural form as well. Переполняют эмоции. Ее переполняют эмоции. She's overwhelmed with emotions. Его переполняют эмоции. He's overwhelmed with emotions. Их переполняют эмоции. They're overwhelmed with emotions. Great expression. Now it's time to read the story and practice the Russian language. Go ahead and repeat the sentences after me. Петя любит путешествовать. Петя любит путешествовать со своими родителями. Они ездят в Италию летом. Они никогда не путешествуют без своей собаки. Их собаку зовут Шарик. Петя и Шарик любят летать на самолете, а родители Пети нет. Mind that we write the name of our pets with a capital letter. Петина семья обычно возвращается в Россию через 2 недели. Когда Петя дома, он счастлив. I also pronounce the word счастлив with the f sound at the end. I don't pronounce счастлив. We usually tend to change the last vowel. If it is the voiced vowel, it's common for the Russian language to change the voice vowel into the voiceless one. So, счастлив. Now let me read the small story for you at a normal speed. Петя любит путешествовать. Петя любит путешествовать со своими родителями. Они ездят в Италию летом. Они никогда не путешествуют без своей собаки. Их собаку зовут Шарик. Петя и Шарик любят летать на самолете, а родители Пети нет. Петина семья обычно возвращается в Россию через 2 недели. Когда Петя дома, он счастлив. So this is it for today's lesson. I hope it was useful for your Russian language. If it was, leave me the comment in the comment section down below. I want to know. And I remind you one more time, if you want to get more additional practice in your Russian language, don't forget to subscribe on my vlog channel as well. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!